In a world rife with conflict and competition, understanding human nature becomes more than just a tool for communication. It transforms into a weapon. Some use this weapon for good, while others delve into the darker realms of psychology, mastering the art of manipulation. They read people's hidden intentions and steer them toward outcomes that serve their own interests, all without the target ever realizing it. This script explores how one can decode hidden signals, expose vulnerabilities, and use psychological tactics to influence decisions and emotions in a brutally realistic world. Part 1. Reading Souls. When emotions become the gateway to control. 1. Body language, the hidden signals behind the masks. Concept. Every gesture and glance carries a message. Even when someone tries to hide their true feelings, subtle signs like trembling hands, avoidance of eye contact, or tense posture betray their inner state. Dark psychology. Insight. Skilled manipulators observe these micro-signals to pinpoint weaknesses such as fear, anxiety, or deception. Technique. Compare what is being said with what the body language shows. If someone claims, "I'm fine," yet their hands are clenched or they avoid eye contact, it's a clear indicator of dishonesty. Illustrative story. In a dim interrogation room, a detective observed a suspect named Kevin. Although Kevin asserted his innocence, his nervous finger tapping and evasive eye contact revealed otherwise. By reading these signals, the detective directed his questioning to expose the truth, ultimately leading Kevin to confess. 2. Micro-expressions. Reading the unconscious. Concept. The face is the most honest mirror of our emotions. Even fleeting expressions known as micro-expressions can reveal feelings of anger, disgust, or fear before they're masked. Dark psychology. Insight. Manipulators use these split-second expressions to judge a person's authenticity and identify exploitable weaknesses. Technique. Pay close attention to the corners of the mouth, forehead, and eyes. A forced smile may hide a flash of disdain or discomfort. Illustrative story. During a high-stakes business meeting, a manager noticed that an employee, Emily, smiled throughout her presentation. However, when a controversial idea was mentioned, a brief look of disgust crossed her face. Later, the manager pressed for her honest opinion, and Emily admitted she strongly opposed the idea but was too afraid of confrontation to speak up. 3. The voice as a revealing tool between words and emotions. Concept. Words can be deceptive, but variations in tone, pace, and vocal tremors often disclose hidden emotions. Dark psychology. Insight. Manipulators listen for these auditory cues to uncover underlying stress or concealed pain, which they then exploit to steer conversations. Technique. Note any sudden changes in vocal tone or speed. A rapid pace might indicate anxiety, while a lowered tone could signal submission or fear. Illustrative story. During a phone call between former lovers, a man, Jack, tried to sound indifferent, saying, "I'm fine without you." However, his ex-partner, Lisa, detected a slight quiver in his voice. That quiver betrayed his true state. He was heartbroken, his pain masked by hollow words. Part 2. The Art of Influence. How to convince others without them realizing one. Emotional manipulation, using others' feelings as a weapon. Concept. Exploiting emotional vulnerabilities such as guilt, fear, or the need for love can compel a person to act in ways they wouldn't otherwise. Dark psychology. Insight. Manipulators turn genuine emotions into tools for control. By invoking a sense of obligation, "If you really care about me," they push their targets into compliance. Technique. Trigger feelings of guilt or duty with carefully chosen phrases that make the victim feel indispensable. Illustrative story. A loyal friend, Ashley, was repeatedly told by her confidant, Sarah, "You're the only one I can trust right now." Over time, Ashley found herself trapped in a cycle of favors and sacrifices, only to later realize that she had been ensnared in a systematic web of emotional manipulation. 2. The mirror technique. Creating the illusion of similarity and trust. Concept. Mimicking a person's body language, tone, And even phrasing creates a false sense of camaraderie and trust. Dark psychology. Insight. This tactic builds a facade of connection, distracting the target from the manipulator's true intentions. Technique. Subtly mirror the other person's gestures. If they place their hand on the table or smile, do the same, to engender a feeling of natural rapport.